and welcome back to the SATA UK YouTube channel. Before we go any further, I hope everyone is staying safe and life is turning back to what we're going to call the new normal. Anyway, I'm very excited today to be able to tell you about a refinement of a SATA product, that being the SATA Vision 2000 air-fed mask. We have a new version available only for the UK market. Many of you will be aware of the SATA Vision 2000 mask. It's been on the market for a while. What we've now done is got a UK only version, and the first thing you can see right now is the fact it comes in a very durable storage container. It's airtight. I'm just going to open it up for you now. There's a tab there, and we'll pull it off here, and inside we find the Vision 2000 mask itself. What you also get now, which you didn't get previously, it was an added cost, is the 1.2 metre gun hose. Of course, we get with it the charcoal belt filter unit, which is belt hung. In addition, we get obviously the instructions, but also we get a timer device that can be put on the side of the booth. With each package, you also get the hygiene inserts and a couple of the single visors across the front. As you will also see, for the timer we have some self-adhesive labels where you peel off when the new filter is fitted, and instructions how to fit the comfort belt, and this can be inserted between the belt and your hip, and that makes it more comfortable to wear. Possibly the most important feature of this mask that differentiates it from other masks on the marketplace is the SATA single visor system. Now, by that I mean that across the face of the mask itself we only have a single visor sheet. So if I take that off, as you can see, that's completely open. The reason this is so important is that the painter, you, will only be looking through a single piece of clear plastic. Now, on more traditional masks, ones that we used to do many years ago, you had a rigid clear visor underneath, and this would be affixed over the top. The problem with that is you're looking through two pieces of clear plastic, and that can cause reflections, refractive problems. With this system, you're just looking through one, so it's nearly perfect. Now, the other thing that you should consider is that with all masks, whether it be this system or a system with the rigid undervisor, you still replace this part with the same frequency. The difference here is that you don't have to replace the rigid one underneath, because inevitably that will become scratched. So even when you put a clean one over, you're still putting it over a slightly scratched visor. So that's extremely important, and in the long term it's also a money saver for you. Another important feature that's often overlooked is the actual head cover. As you can see, it comes right the way down the back onto your neck and shoulders, and then using Velcro closings it can be sealed across the front as well. That gives you more protection in terms of maintaining the internal pressure, but also protecting your hair and skin from any ingress of isocyanate. Another important point from a hygiene point of view is here, hopefully you can see this black plastic foam. These are hygiene inserts. They're very easily fitted and taken off. They come in packs of 20, and the idea is that this is the part that's mainly in contact with your face, so you won't be transferring yesterday's dirt to today's face. So that's very important. We also, if you can see under here, the sweatband, again to absorb any perspiration. Again, that's very easy to replace. Next we have the air silencer. Here we have it there. That's the component that connects into your belt unit that houses your charcoal filter. Now inside here there is a silencing device to reduce the sound of the air coming into the mask, again making it more comfortable. Another very, very practical feature is that with this mask, when you lift up the headpiece, it goes up and it stays up, which is again making your life very, very much easier. The other thing we can show you while we've got the headpiece up is that on the side here we have a warning whistle. Now that warning whistle is interconnected to the belt unit, which we'll look at shortly. Now this whistle will emit a high-pitched noise, and that will indicate to you whether you've got sufficient volume of air inside the hood itself. Remembering it is a positive pressure mask, so it's imperative that you do have sufficient volume of air inside. Mounting it inside the hood is also very important. I have seen versions from other manufacturers where it's mounted on the belt unit. In my opinion, hearing that is very difficult when you're in a spray booth whilst you're actually spraying. This is the SATA belt hung filter regulator unit that is an integral part of this system. Now, it's very important that we understand what the various components do. So first of all, on the front side, on the top should I say, we've actually got a gauge with a red zone and a green zone. At all times the indicator needle needs to be in the green zone. Now that is again telling you you've got sufficient volume of air. Now we've got this, and of course we mentioned earlier the whistle that's on the belt unit. The reason having two is very important is because it allows you to cross-reference. So if one isn't working, one is giving the wrong reading, it enables us to double check. So that's quite important. Now in terms of connection, air comes in this side and exits through the gun hose on the other side. Some systems they mount on the bottom or the back, but this is ergonomically and practically the best solution. Now on here we'll see we've got a protective cage. That's very simple to stop in case it gets hit against anything breaking. If I remove that, we then have a plastic cylinder which when you undo, which is quite tight because this is a new one, you unscrew that and you will see the very large charcoal filter unit. Now that is activated charcoal, and we use this and we need this because this is the only way to remove vapours and odours. Other filters further up the line, which are particulate filters, do not take out any oil vapours, unpleasant smells of that nature. You must have this to achieve that. Now we've seen on the marketplace other products that purport to be air-fed masks. Some of them don't even have a charcoal filter in the belt unit. They in fact have got tiny little particulate filters which are serving no real purpose. So make sure when you're buying an air-fed mask it's got an activated charcoal filter within the system. If it hasn't, then you must have an activated charcoal filter further up the line where you've got your normal air filtration. Many body shops just have a two-stage system, but you need a three-stage which incorporates a charcoal filter to successfully and safely look after your health. So that is very important. Look at what you're using now and make sure it is charcoal to start off with and it's of a decent size. Now, in line with European suggestions with the powers that be in the filtration world, charcoal filters should be replaced every 3 months. Not 6 months, 3 months. Now that is true of everybody's charcoal filters. So please do adhere to that as well. The other point on this unit is we also have the ability to adjust the airflow. So again, we can turn it up or down. Our aim, of course, is always to keep it within the green zone. Now that's very important. Just one last thing on the charcoal filter. If you can see it here, this one is good until December 2024, but that is provided it was in a sealed container from you. So that's its shelf life. Once you've opened the container, if you don't use it, the shelf life is not till 2024. It will continually degrade because it's activated charcoal and it will be constantly absorbing ambient atmosphere. So bear that in mind. One last thing, to help you achieve that, as I mentioned earlier, this is our filter timer. It can be mounted on the booth and you can set this to tell you when you changed your filters whether it be on your mask or your filter regulators in the booth, just to make sure there's no hiccups with health and safety. As always, thank you very much indeed for giving up your time to watch this video. Last things, because at the end of the day, money is important. This kit we put together has got a price that is exactly the same as the previous kit that didn't have the very, very practical storage case and didn't have the gun hose. So in that respect, list price, that's what it is. The actual price you pay will be dependent upon the dealer that you deal with. But we're hoping with the launch of this, there will be some very attractive prices available to you. In conclusion, as always, please like and share, and look forward to seeing you again soon.